Lakers fired Darvin
yes,
Ham
Darvin Ham.
after 2 seasons.
Let me see.
And
Before
this
you can,
actually, hold on, hold on. This,
no, no, but
this
no.
comes
Before
out the
this,
heels.
this will be quick. This will be quick.
Okay.
Before you continue, let me see. Can I say I'm shocked? No. And please, playmaker, tell us why he received a pink slip after only 2 years with the Lakers.
And this comes off the heels of me posting on social media and Cole can vouch for me when
Mm-hmm.
people want to attack me because they it looks like Darvin Ham gonna be fired before the weekend.
Yeah, because you read that was what was said on the tea leaves. That I read that. What was it, Tuesday? I mean, it was. The day after the Lakers were eliminated, I read that. I'm like, oh boy, so they're gonna fire him. This is gonna suck.
So here's my thing. So those of you say he's a terrible coach. It was this man's first head coaching job.
Mm. 90 and 74, so I guess he's horrible.
His first head coaching job was with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, in his first year with the Lakers, he guided them to the Western Conference Finals. So he's a horrible coach.
Who ran into who, by the way?
And they ran into the well, now defending world champs, the Denver Nuggets, on their way to winning their ring.
When he took them from the play-in as a 7 seed,
Mm-hmm.
gave the Minnesota Grizzlies a beating. Well, I'm not gonna jump on back on that horse now. The Grizzlies,
Memphis,
I'm not gonna jump back on the horse. I'm not gonna jump back
Memphis.
on the horse. Memphis Grizzlies. I'm sorry, hey. But if you was watching me and Cole on Snowman in the morning, I had some choice words for the Grizzlies, and Cole Johnson was taking some sarcastic shots at them too.
Never. I can't help it. The Grizzlies is basically a team built around John Morant, and that's it. And when he's not in the equation, the team just sinks like a rock in the ocean. I can't help
But
that.
hey, but hey, they was the first team to get out of the play-in to win the first round series. Then they ended up going to the
That
conference
was last
finals.
year. Yeah, and in between, they defeated our snowman's beloved Warriors in the conference semifinals. Yes,
Hey,
yes. What? Yeah.
that was his first
What?
year.
Yes.
That's
What?
year one.
Oh, and on top of it, home court disadvantage in the first round, home court disadvantage in the second round. They did not have home court in either round, and they beat the Grizzlies and the Warriors en route to being swept by the Nuggets last year.
First year, first season,
And that
first
was and
season.
and that was Darvin Ham's first season as a not Lakers head coach, first season as an NBA head coach.
And in second season, you find yourself back in the play-in again, but you handle business because, let's be honest, Zion got hurt in the wrong part of the fourth quarter.
Oh man, and he
So
was
you
cooking too. Ooh.
So you got the 7 seed, but the 7 seed meant you had a date with the.
Defending world champs. And I'll admit, they played them tough. They played them well. I do have to admit that. I mean, they had a double digit lead in game one. Ugh, I'm sorry. They had a 20-point lead in game two. Oh gosh, that's horrible. They had a first half lead when they went to Los Angeles game three. Well, they actually did beat the Nuggets by double digits in game four.
Snapping an 11-game losing streak to that damn team.
Mm-hmm. But they couldn't hold a lead in game five. Uh, they like I said last week. Like I said last week, the Lakers were powered by LeBron James. LeBron James is straight up right now. Oh man, get off my lawn. And bronzexuals, you can rave and rant and say, "Well, I've never seen a 39-year-old do this." All you want, but LeBron James in 8 months will be 40, and he's just like a 40-year-old man. He will give it to you when he can give it to you, but when it's out, you fresh out of luck.
So a lot of y'all say Darvin Ham sucked. Y'all putting the blame on Darvin Ham. He couldn't adjust. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that.
Suckers.
Who runs the damn team? And I
Link.
know I'm not talking about Jeannie Buss.
Oh, you stole my line. That's exactly what I was about to say. It most certainly is not GD Bus. It's not Rob Pelinka. It's not even Magic Johnson. It's LeBron James.
Guess what? Hold on. When LeBron got to LA, who was the head coach for the Lakers when LeBron got there?
Was it Luke Walton?
Lou Walton. What happened to him? Oh, they
Uh,
canned him real quickly.
I was about to say he walked almost as soon as LeBron got there.
All right, you bring in Ray Voter. You
And when
even
it,
you won the hardest championship there is.
yeah, and then won the championship with him.
I'm giving you credit for that. Even though I can't stand the Lakers, I'm giving you credit. That's the hardest championship to win. It's really basically talent over everybody.
Don't swell his head even. No, I'm sorry. Don't swell Braun Sexual's heads even more.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
but
I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Don't swell the Braun Sexual's heads above their shoulders more than it already is.
but I gotta speak true. That bubble title, that was the hardest title to win. You was literally isolated for 4 months, 5 months.
But what made it easy though,
It's how the NBA beat the scheduling, you assholes.
that and they didn't play for 4 months, so you had the opportunity to actually rest, and it wasn't a contiguous time period where you went from October to June and got the chip. So yeah, I get being in isolation and only playing in one area is tough, and being away from family is even tougher. I'm not going to shortchange that at all. But to me, it is negated by the fact you had the second half of March off, April off, May off, June off, and you started to stir around and start playing what, latter part of July. So you had 4 months off, and for a team that was helmed by a 35-year-old and the NBA's version of Mr. Glass, that was the best thing for the Lakers. So you could say, yeah, the situation was difficult, but to me the scenario that led up to it helped them more than they even care to admit.
See, my partner, he's being very kind with his words right now. I'm gonna get to you real. You assholes had like 5 days off while Miami Heat had to play 8 days straight.
I can't help it. I mean, again, to gain. That's why I sort of wince when people say hardest championship. I get it, but you had 4 months off in between.
I
How
want
hard
really,
really was it?
I want to say hard because they had to run saying hard because the mental part of it.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no fans like at all.
right. No fans, and like I said,
No
no
family,
fans.
no
Couldn't be
fans.
around
Like
family. Yeah, you couldn't do a normal routine. I like I said, I'm not going to shortchange that, and you're correct
that's
on
where
that front.
pandemic P came from.
Yeah, so I'm not going to shortchange. I'm not going to shortchange them on that, and you're correct on that front. Yes, from that aspect, hardest championship to win, in my opinion. From a physical standpoint, it's the easiest championship to win because you don't travel and you had 4 months off in between.
And then the way the NBA made the schedule, you had and the Lakers got to look at a damn draw. Hey, but
Because you
I'm
had
just
LeBron.
I'm speaking facts here. Did Miami Heat not play like 8 days straight?
Man, they did the Heat dirty. But
Did you
to the
not see
Heat
Jimmy
credit,
Butler have his head after game when he was done? He
but
trying. He's like, man, I'm tired.
to the Heat credit though, how they bust their butt to get to the finals. I salute that more than the chip that the Lakers won.
So I'm just saying. And by the way, the very next year the Lakers didn't make the playoffs. LeBron was hurt, AD was hurt, and who gets scapegoated? That'll be Frank Vogel, who's now having the same thing happen to him down in Phoenix right now, which is not even his fault. Oh, you know who fought it? You know another coach that's who's not as fault it is, but lost his job. He's looking at him right now. You know what make it so funny? You want to make it so funny? How I knew it was going to happen. And you have to read the tea leaves, Cole. You know how this know?
Mm-hmm.
It's been many people on many sources that are respectable, right?
Mm-hmm.
That said, the Lakers are willing to drop Bernie James just to keep LeBron. I said, that's all I need to know. Now I know who runs the team. I know who runs the team.
Look, a blindfold stuck in the basement, Steve. You want to know who runs the Lakers?
Oh, and by the way, since Brian says y'all like talking about goats,
Oh
um,
gosh,
Coke,
no.
Coke. This is one thing that
Oh
I
no.
have never heard nobody bring up. Right?
Okay.
Nobody bring up. Correct? All right. So in football, there's a debate between Joe Montana, Tom Brady. Right?
Unfortunately,
How many coaches did them two have when they played in the NFL?
well, Brady had two, and Montana had one, two, three.
Okay, so that's five from
Mm-hmm.
between the two of them, right?
Right, from 22 of them.
All right. Who you say who is the goat in baseball?
Probably either Babe Ruth or Hank Aaron.
How many managers we talking about between the two?
Well, I definitely. Well, it's probably a few with Hank Aaron. Probably maybe one or two with Babe Ruth.
So we looking around about five again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's between two people, but it's not one. Two people we
Mm-hmm.
talking.
Yeah,
Okay, when we go to basketball, me and you say the goat is Michael Jordan.
that's
How
correct.
many coaches coach Michael Jordan in the NBA?
See it all back. Doug Collins, Phil Jackson, then Doug Collins again. Three.
Three,
Mm-hmm.
three coaches.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron about to have his 10th. He about to have his 10th coach.
That's what. No, Cole, you're a guest. You can't go off the way you about bump it. There is some speculation that he and JJ Redick started their podcast because LeBron could feed Redick tea and groom him to be the next head coach of the Lakers. It upsets me to no end that this guy, who people have their mouths agape and their hands ready to grab the joystick, and they want to genuflect to this man like he his crap tastes like Skittles. Like his semen tastes like ice cream. I don't understand it. But when people talk about how LeBron's the greatest, and look what the coaches he's had to be with, none of them are like a Phil Jackson, none of them are like a Red Auerbach, none of them are like a Pat Riley. It's because most of them don't want to be around him after about 3-4 years, if they get that far or long. I mean, you have what? Darvin Ham with two, and David Blatt with two. And he got fired in the middle of the year that the Cavaliers won a championship. Oh, no, by the way, he brought them to the championship the year before. When are we going to put Mr. LeBron James' feet to the fire in terms of saying he is a coach vacuum? I mean, I actually saw something of Shaq's, I think it was a podcast of his, yesterday, where he was talking about when LeBron was with the Cavaliers the first time, and Shaq was on the team too. He said, with every other team, it pretty much was me or the highway, but with LeBron, he had all the control of the whole team. I mean, it was to the point where the coach would say, "Yeah, let's get practice in at 10." LeBron would say, "No, we're gonna practice at noon." And then the coach would say, "Okay, well, fine, we'll come in at noon." I'm like, "Jeez." And he wasn't even 26 yet then. This is when he was like 24. So he controlled coaches that badly then. So what makes you think that now at coming close to age 40, he won't be doing the same? I mean, he influences the front office because every time there's a free agent period that comes or the trading deadline comes, you now have fans who chant that you are probably going to go or stay because people know all number 23 of the Lakers have to do is say to the front office, he stays or he goes. So if he could do that with the front office, what makes you think head coaches stand a chance? So it doesn't surprise me that LeBron, if he continues onward, that he will be coached by his 11th head coach. Because unfortunately, you're dealing with a guy where head coaching doesn't really matter. And that's unfortunate. Because the only coach that you could probably mention of his whole run that has any skin in the game, I'll give you two. I would say to a bigger degree, Eric Spoelstra, and I'll say to a small degree, Tyronn Lue.
I misspoke, Victor. His ninth coach, unless they get Tyronn Lue to come to the Lakers, which is sound like it might be a possibility. Unfortunately,
Oh Lord, Victor, don't. The decision part two comes in July. I needs not to throw up again.
so I'm good. He said it best. LeBron, yeah, be saying LeBron James to go. 40 career 1,000 points. By the way, he took an L, if I remember that correctly. Oh man,
Yes, he
he
scored. He scored his 40,000th point in the game. Was it against the Nuggets?
it was against the Nuggets.
Where he took a nail.
It was against the Nuggets. He done this. He's been to 10 finals, 4-6,
Yeah, I'm gonna say he lost 6 of them.
four
And
and
I
six.
and I for the longest gave the first one a mulligan because I
I
said
do
that
too. I mean,
2017, yeah, that 2017 they had no business being in the finals, and that was a coronation for the Spurs. So I'd always give the first one a mulligan, but the other 5 I don't.
see, here's the funny part about that. You know how I can say that, but again, it cancels itself out. You know why?
Hmm.
Because your ass, LeBron James, choked against the damn Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah,
JJ Barea can stop you. How in the hell? Now you want to talk about something I won't let go with? That's the one I'm not letting go. 2011.
that's why I love you, playmaker. Yes, I. That's the one. Cool. What's up, brother? That's the one I hold over LeBron forever. When anybody says to me, well, why don't you have LeBron James as greatest of all time? 2011 NBA Finals, where he was the best player in the world and he played smaller than JJ Barea in size and Jason Terry in production. Because you cannot tell me that you average less points than the Mavericks 6 man and he played half the time. And in one game, he scored 8 points in the finals. I'm sorry, that to me, that to me cannot be washed away. And I said this about Brady and Bradyites. I said you erase the 3 losses that he had in the Super Bowl. That's right, the 1 to the Eagles and the 2 to the Giants. You erase those 3, then I will say he's the greatest quarterback I've ever laid eyes on. Until then, not happening. And that's the same thing I say about LeBron. You erase 2011 and maybe a couple other than them championships, then you might change my mind. Until then, dirt will be thrown in my face. And I will say that LeBron James is great, but I've seen better.